Hi, crafty friends. Have you guys ever been to Nothing Bundt Cakes? These are the little buntini, the little cakes sit inside these. And I was at a party last weekend and I was like, oh my gosh, we're going to craft with these. Like they just spoke to me like, oh, they kind of look like flowers. So we're going to grab out some napkins that I have and we're going to take off the back part of the napkin. And then we are just going to Mod Podge onto the white part. So they're kind of like really stiff, like cupcake. What are those things called? Cupcake tins, not tens. You know the little papers, that you use it when you're making cupcakes? Oh my gosh, my brain is totally a blank right now. But you know what I mean, right? Please tell me you know what I mean. Okay, so these are like super stiff. But I was like, we can kind of push them down enough to where we can get the Mod Podge on there and then get the napkin over the top and let it dry really good. And then once it's completely dry, we'll just pop them back into the shape that they were in. Now, I kind of went back and forth with, oh, do I need to paint them? Do I need to paint the back of them? But I just left it. It's kind of like a charcoaly kind of brownish color. And I thought, well, it kind of goes with the napkins. So I just left the back as it is. And then, like I said, we're just going to use some Mod Podge here and add the napkin over the top. And because of all the little, dents and divots and all the things, I just kind of used my finger once I put the napkin over it just to kind of push that all down in there. And then once I got it the way that it needed to be all down in there, then I just put like a really light coat of the Mod Podge over the top. And then we will just set those aside to dry and let them completely dry, because then I was like, all right, so now we have to trim off the edges. And I kind of went back and forth with this. I was like, ooh, I could probably just cut it off with some scissors. And then I was like, you know what? Let's just use some sandpaper. I figured that would work pretty good. But again, you got to make sure that the Mod Podge is completely dry at this point. So I grabbed out some sandpaper and it worked really well. I just kind of took my time, went all the way around it. And then I was like, okay, so how are we going to make these into flowers? So I have some of that some of that wire that I got from Dollar Tree, and it has kind of like the jute wrapped around it. And I thought, oh, that would be perfect to make the stems out of. I'm not going to do any leaves or anything because I'm going to put this in one of the little vases that I have that kind of look like milk glass. And then we'll just kind of hot glue that to the back and let it hold the stem on there. And I think that will end up working out really well too. And of course, I wanted to add a little glitz to it, so I grabbed out some of the buttons that I have, and we just put those right in the center, and I think these are just precious. I love easy when we can recycle and inexpensive projects. So thanks for watching. Follow for more.